What up, y'all? Okay, so this is the second video on are we human or are we not? It is a question that I consistently have because I think that the majority of the issues and the reason why people are confused, meaning the public, why they're confused about this thing that we call addiction or substance use disorder is because we actually deep down, and I mean recovery advocates, people in the recovery community, thought leaders around this issue, any sort of leaders in our clinical or medical community, I'm just going to really challenge everyone. And again, people who are in recovery are a big one here. I think that way deep down, we actually, still think that we're innately flawed. And I'm just going to throw it out there. I think that we 100% forget that we are just human first, that we are people living in an addiction, people who are in recovery of their choosing. We are humans before we are the disease, disorder, illness, whatever you want to call it, okay? Recovery advocates for years and years and years have fought so hard for us to have a seat at the table. And they have fought really hard and have encouraged all of us to be a face and a voice of recovery. And for family members and friends to also come out and say, I'm a family member or a friend of someone who is in recovery. Why do they do that? They do that so that people who are living in their addiction have hope and can see that recovery is possible. And they also do it because they want people to see that we are just human, that we're neighbors and family members and loved ones and co-workers, right? We're taxpayers. We're all these things. Absolutely. Here's the thing, though. We want policymakers and we want the public to buy that we are just human and like everybody else, living with a chronic medical condition, and so that it should be treated the same way. But then, biggest example I have, we flip out when somebody has a reoccurrence, when somebody relapses. If you want people to believe that we're human, what goes to the heart of being human? Falling down, getting up, learning, and yes, don't let anybody tell you that you're not learning all the way through your addiction, because you are. Growing, negotiating, figuring out what works for us, questioning, thinking, feeling. We are doing that like everyone else. Then you add on top of it wanting to make people believe that this is a chronic, meaning lifelong medical condition, and then we're flipping out when somebody has a reoccurrence while they're doing all the things that other humans do. All humans, when dealing with a limitation of any kind, are doing all of these things. We're all walking around just trying to cope with life, man. But then you flip out leaders in this area, people in recovery, saying things like, well, they'll get it when they really want it. And if they would work it, it'll work. When the pain becomes great enough. Well, clearly they don't really want it. There's nothing that you can do until someone really wants it. We use all of this language. We make the disease, the disorder, the illness, the medical condition, the person's whole being, and remove the human part, and then we wonder why the public ain't buying what we're dishing out. We wonder why the public still doesn't see us as human. We wonder why policymakers and the criminal justice system still believe that tough love and punishment will fix it. Well, we are the problem, y'all, and we gotta get our narrative straight. So if you are opening your mouth and not coming from what I said in the first video, a place of light and love, which is what everybody needs. If you are coming from a place of not, everything that's coming out of your mouth is not coming from a place of us being human first, you are wrong, and it is killing the movement, and it is harming progress. And I'm tired of it. I love y'all. We are trying so hard, and there's so much passion and so many people that care about this issue. I don't judge intentions, man. I think that the vast majority of people are coming from the right place. But we gotta stop just repeating stuff without thinking about it, without doing our research, without putting in the work, man. Whole nother video on that. I love you. Peace.